start like at the beginning of your journey with AFTV, getting into
Yeah.
like the YouTube fan content. So how did it all come about?
Well, obviously I've been going to games quite obviously, like, and seen it about and everything like that, and started watching it like a lot of people did at the time, and didn't think really nothing of it. And then we played Swansea, we'd lost. It was a bad game. I lost it with Arsenal about four
Yeah.
days before when we was at Old Trafford, and we do you remember? I don't know if you remember when Marcus Rashford scored his first goals. He could just come onto
Yeah,
the
I'm a United fan, so
yeah. Oh, you're a United fan, so you'd know. Oh.
yeah.
So well, that game there, I was up in football in a hotel, run by Gary Neville and that, and they
Yeah.
had Viv Anderson was doing some sort of talk, and there was all I was in. My mate got us some tickets to go, and he just said, just go in here, pretend you're Man United, get a few free beers and things like that. And so we went the whole. So it was going like, what do you reckon the score is going to be? There was say 10, 15 people in there. Everyone, the best that they said was that when they looked at the teams that, Man United would get a draw. I thought, I just parked up. So I think Arsenal might win this one. It didn't matter. But they had a weak side out that day, and we ended up losing 3-2. Now, knowing
Yeah.
Manchester and getting out of Manchester on a match day is like
It's terrible.
it's terrible. Like, it's an hour and a half before you even got out of Manchester. So you can imagine it, and we're listening. So I was wild and things like that. And just another thing on that day is that the players just walked straight off the park that day. It was about 4 that come up. So I was really frustrated and everything. So we go to Swansea on I think the Wednesday, and obviously we lose again, and I was a bit frustrated. And just coming out, I just there it was. They was all doing their filming. I just said something, and someone just said, "Well, why don't you go on there and say that?" Like, and so I went, "Yeah, all right, then I
Yeah.
will." Like, thinking nothing of it. So I did. Said what I had to say, and that was it. I was on no social media, didn't know nothing and all that. Like, so it's me and my mate. And then I gets on the train, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I should have said that. I wonder if I can get rid of it. What can I do? So I phones up my mate Tony, who's like got Instagram, Twitter, and knows a little bit
Yeah.
about all this sort of stuff. And I said to him, look, Tony, I think I've done a wrong in there. I've gone on that AFTV, and you done what? I said, yeah, and I've said a few things on there that I probably shouldn't have said, and there's any way of deleting it and all that, or getting rid of it. He says, you can't get rid of it. It's out there now forever. Like, I mean, what,
Yeah.
he goes, leave it with me. Let me see what can be done. So I said, all right, then, I'm thinking that. So he rings me back. He goes, oh no, he's gone, what if it's going viral? What viral? What does that mean? Like, I ain't got a clue. What you want about? He's gone, like, get rid of it, shut it down. What can I do? He said, I can't do nothing. It's exploding. It's going mad. So I thought, oh no, well, what can I do? So I'm thinking like, because I've got big contract with Tesco's and things like that. I think, I can't ruin all of this. I don't know, I swore on it and all that. Like, I'm starting to panic. So I go to bed like 3 o'clock in the morning. My phone's ringing. I thought, what the hell? I mean, it's Tony on the phone, like, I mean? So I've gone, you all right? He's gone, oh my God, it's going absolutely wild. This is going mad. He said, I can't believe what's happening. Well, I don't know. I can't look at it. I don't know what it is. I ain't got anything to look for. He's going, he's going mad. So I said, oh, what can I do? What can I do? He says, nothing. He's just going to have to ride it, see how it goes, So I'm riding it. So when I've been playing local football and done pretty well in local football, a guy called Alistair, who now actually works for Spurs,
Okay.
was the local reporter and all that. So he phones me up and he says, Lee, how you doing? You're all right? So Alistair Gold is his name. So I said, yeah, Alistair, you're all right. So he says, any chance of an interview? Like, I said,
Really?
He's gone wild about all this, like, you know what I mean? So can we do an interview and all that? So that was on the Thursday morning. So I've done an interview there. So Friday morning, the local paper comes out. It's all spread out on the local paper about, well, I didn't know this time there was Gary Lineker and there's more than a big argument about it and all that. And it's like, mate, it's just gone mad. So, of course, you know, I've gone to work on the Friday, and people are coming up to me, and you know, I didn't really know what to expect. So I thought, well, it'll die down in a couple of days, and that'll be it, and I can go back to normal life, you know. So I got, funny enough, we played Spurs on the Saturday.
Okay, big game.
Yeah, big game, morning kickoff, so 12:30, so away from home going to the game. And I'm in the game, like, you know, getting to the ground and all that, like, and my phone is just going wild. And like, and I think, what the, you know, like, what's going on here? Like, do you know what I mean? Can't think nothing of it. So I don't know what's going on, but like, there's been a big thing on BT Sport. Ian Wright's been on there saying, "Oh, you want to see Piers Morgan, want to see this for, you know, Rio Ferdinand and Eric." So it's all going on. So you can imagine what I'm going. I'm going like, get that video, get someone to record it, so I can see what's going on. I don't know what's going on, like, you know. So it's just gone really, really mad. So I've done another interview, and then like I started doing a couple of regular ones like that, and then it went from there. And then like, so someone said, well, I weren't on social media, or I was on Facebook and everything like that. And it was the greatest thing about it. Do you know, like, say Arsenal had a bad result or something like that, I put on Facebook, oh, Mesut Ozil was rubbish today. No comments. No comments. You know what I mean? So you know, that was the thing. So then I put it on, something like that, loads of people like commenting and all that, like, you know. So they said, oh, you have to go on Twitter, do you know, like. So I put up on Twitter, and the rest has gone from there. Really, it's just gone really mad from there. And not only that, AFTV itself has grown massively from when from actually I done it to what it is now. You know, it's unbelievable. Like, you know, and I kid you not, like, and I'm not being big-headed and all that, like, I go out now, get recognised wherever I go. If I go to shops,
can imagine,
you know, like, I guarantee. Sometimes, do you know, when you're having a bad day or something, you've got to, you know, you think, oh, I've just got to get in and out and something, and there's always someone like, wherever you go now. I went running the other day just for, you know, a jog. And people are bibbing on their cars, and you think, oh, can't I do anything without anybody, like, you know? And it's just gone absolutely crazy, and it has. Wherever I go, from abroad, cricket, anywhere now, you just get recognised. You know what I mean? Like stations, you know what I mean? Like wherever, you know. Like I was, you know, going up to the Euros, and you get on the train, and you sit there, and within, and I'm lying, within about 5 minutes, someone will come up and say, oh, sorry to disturb you, favour and all that, like, do you know what I mean? Blah, blah. It's just, you know, and that's not just because of me. It's just the whole of the AFTV has just got so much bigger. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
You've become famous.
Yeah, in a way you have. You know,
you
are. Like, you know, it's crazy. You know, like the greatest gift that two greatest gifts that you can get from it is, like, I've met players from when I used to really follow, you know, like going back in the day when you really looked up to, that you could meet now. Some of them become really good friends. You know what I mean? That's the great thing. And the other thing is, you know, like for me, I still love my football and everything like that. And people now ask me, you know, if I can play charity games of football and all that.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
And that's fantastic. And you go into the first time I went into the dressing room, well, no one's going to recognise me, you know. Do you know what I mean? And you'd be, oh, you think, oh, we're a big fan of yours, and like that. It's just, so you can give back a little bit as well, which is great, like, you know. So
yeah, just from being a fan, you got your own sort of fan base going out there now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And people do come up to you, and you know, you know, and that took a little bit of time to get used to. Do you know, when you like, you know, I'm used to it now, but like when it first came out, you was a bit embarrassed to buy it.
Overwhelming, yeah.
And then you get the worrying thing is people, and I've had it before when people turn around and go, oh, look at him, he thinks he's something because someone wants a photograph of him and all that, like, do you know what I mean? But then you have to look on the other side. If I turn around and say, oh, no photos, people are going to turn around and go, look at him, who's he think he is, you know, that. So you can't really win, you know what I mean? So you have to, what's the word looking for? Get a thicker skin sort of thing. You got to, like, let things go over a lot more. and you have to change your perspective, which I feel that I have done over the last few years. You know what I mean? So, but it's just, you know, like I think for me personally, it's been a gradual thing where it's gone, like, you know. So
Yeah.
I'd imagine if someone was like not famous and then bosh, you know, they do something and it must, you know, and it blows up within a day, how their lives change and all that. It's been, luckily for me, it's been a gradual thing.
Gradual,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, how many views did that first one get? Because I remember that went like incredibly viral. It was like in the millions, wasn't it?
I think someone told me in the end it got 5 million views overall.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Which was incredible at the time. You know, that's all over all different platforms and whatever. And yeah, and what the one thing about that was that, you know, you just which people have obviously feedback on that, is that a lot of other fans could relate to what I was saying as well. It weren't just about Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mentioned saying about ticket pricing and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and people could relate to it. I look back on it and I think, oh, was I really like that or whatever? And I've always said this, is that, you know, I'm not saying that I was lucky. It was just that I done it at the time. I weren't looking to do anything to get anything out of it or anything like. And that is one thing that I do now. Everything that I get from it is a bonus. You know what I mean? I don't look at it and think, oh, I've got this and got that. Oh, someone's doing better than me. Someone's doing this and whatever.
Yeah.
Because basically, it was to actually do that interview, or the first one, was nothing to get this, to get that, to get anything. It was just what I'd done at the time, you know. And looking back on it, it could have gone either way, I suppose. But for me, personally, it went well, and I've never looked back on it. And that day changed my footballing life as a fan, if you know what I mean. Because it's completely changed now because of it, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it has.